Okay, so the last video shut off at question 12. What's Tara's definition of sexy? And I had started, this question was asked by Chase, and so I had started by answering that sexy to me is, it's kind of an attitude. Um, so it's confidence, it's charisma. Nowadays people call it swagger, whatever you want to call it. That's sexy. Um, but it's not necessarily a certain look or a certain whatever, because you can be sexy in sweats, you can be sexy in a suit, you can be sexy in whatever. Sexy is that thing, that aura, that personality. So 13, if you have to wear for the rest of your life jeans or a flower dress, which would it be? That's easy, hands down, jeans. Anybody who knows me knows that. 14, if you could write only one more poem for the rest of your life, what would the topic subject matter consist of and why? This question is from Lester. And hush, Lily, my dog. Um, I don't I I don't know that I can answer that, because I don't ever sit down and plan to write about a certain subject or a certain topic. I write whatever I'm feeling at the time. So I guess, if I sat down and wrote a piece tonight and it happened to be about my dinner, that would just be the last poem I ever wrote, because I don't sit down with the intention of writing about a specific thing. It's about whatever's happening in my life. So whatever my life is at the last moment that I'm able to write is what I'll probably be writing about. And if I know that it's going to be the last thing I write about, it'll probably be about my daughters and a few other people that are irreplaceable and important to me. And I would probably be saying whatever I wanted to say to them if I knew it was going to be my last poem. 15, have you ever felt like you wanted to leave the scene of poetry? If so, why? And what made you either change your mind or brought you back to it? Sure, several times. Um, I've never left. Certainly, hey, hush. Certainly have contemplated it, thought about it, um, but haven't left. And I think sometimes it's because um, it's because you can't. I don't know that you can just leave something like that. Um, I was writing before I was performing it, so um, and the things that people say to me keep me here. I don't know how that sounds, but the fact that people like what I do and people respond to me, and some of the things that people have said to me about my pieces and the things that I say, that keeps me doing what I do. Why have I wanted to leave or thought about leaving? So I have a really good regular job, and sometimes I think I'm being greedy because I want both. And sometimes I think I ought to just be happy having a good job that helps provide for my family, my kids, and takes care of those things. So I don't know. I got my last question. Do you want me to answer you by name? All right. Okay, so moving right along. Next question is, as you look back over your steps on the journey you've made thus far, do those memories motivate your writing in a joyous manner or bring pain? Um, do they motivate? I think they motivate my writing in a joyous manner. I think the events themselves cause pain, some of them, but I don't think that writing about them or the journey in writing about them um, has caused pain. I think that it's done the exact opposite. So, um, not that everything's been good, because it hasn't. I mean, there's been some bumps in the road, but at the end of the day, I think it's been more good than bad. So I'm okay with it. That was from Mark. Oh, and the poetry thing was from Greg. Greg. Um, uh, 17 says, "You're a walking miracle. How do you keep up the strength?" I would imagine, this is from Marion, I would imagine that she's referring to some of my because I have some health issues that I deal with on a regular basis. So people who know me know I have Graves, which is an overactive autoimmune disorder that attacks your thyroid, which of course affects your whole body and stuff, and it causes heart palpitations and things like that. And some days I'm tired. Some days I don't feel like doing what I do. But to me, you don't have a choice. To me, you know, I have children that I have to take care of, that I provide for, that I do whatever for. So you just get up and go. You don't sit on your ass and whine about it. You know, it could be worse. So that's how. And moving along to the next subject, the next question. How do you let go of the past to move forward into the future? Christy asked this question. Now everybody wants to ask me questions now that I'm ready to cut them off. Okay, so how do you let go of the past to move forward in the future? I think that takes time. I think that you have to get to the place where you're okay with you. And that varies depending upon what it is. God, how do you let go of the past? See, and I don't necessarily know that I believe you have to quote unquote let go of the past to move into your future. I think there's some validity and some benefit in remembering the past and remembering how it affects you. That way you don't repeat it, and you can kind of move on and keep things pushing. So I think moving into your future is a choice. And what you choose and how you choose to handle the past is going to be up to you, and how productive you want to be in your future, if that makes sense. This next one, good God, Todd. Todd asked this, and I'll read the entire thing. Tara, when you write your poetry, are you still really moved? Do you still get excited about what you do? Do you still laugh, cry? Do you still get angry? Do you still smile? Do you wake up at night knowing you got it right? Todd. I never cry when I write. I do laugh sometimes when I write. I never think about it in terms of did I get it right, because it's right because I wrote it. It's right because I wrote it for me. And if somebody else gets it along the way, perfect, wonderful. But I don't believe that I'm not somebody who writes intellectually. I don't sit down and go, ooh, I'm going to write this way, and this line is going to sound this way. So, ooh, that's going to make it great. And, oh, they're going to applaud here. The way I write is a completely different type of process. So, and more often than not, I wake up at night thinking maybe I got it all completely wrong. So I don't know if that answers your question. Hopefully so. 20, how do you keep perverts away? And I'm laughing because I know what sparked this question. For the most part, they're smart enough to stay away on their own. And then sometimes there are the brave ones that you just, you know, you take with a grain of salt. Sometimes they rear their head up every now and again. And usually when I kind of put them in their place, you know, once or twice, they settle down and go away. But for the most part, nothing to worry about. And you know, I was remarking about how all these questions were good questions and none of them kind of out of the way. And then of course, the last question that I got had to go there. And this is what it says. It says, if you had me alone, uncovered from now till 6 in the morning, would you get close? The answer to that question is no, I wouldn't. And you said that it was up to me whether or not I called you by name. I choose not to call you by name. The answer is no, I wouldn't. And if you want to know why, hit me up. So that is the end of the first 21 questions. Hopefully you guys like the answers. Maybe we'll do it again if you guys like it. So thank you. Bye.